welcome guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at JIYAN today. So if you're like me, accidentally pulled him, oops, was using a lot of the free currency we've been getting in Wuthering Waves here, and just, didn't really mean to, but here we are. We have pulled Jian, and then again, also, interesting enough, I was able to pull his weapon again. Everything came very, very early for me here, which, pretty interesting a little bit. He's got a broadsword, a really cool. What the? Oh my god! Look at that cool dragon. It's gone. All right. He's got a broadsword here, but he uses it kind of like a spear sometimes. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at him a little bit now. He is incredibly cool looking. I mean, look at this outfit that he's chosen for himself. Very, very nice. I can't imagine in the summer wearing this. Maybe it's actually pretty nice now that I'm thinking about it. It's made of some nice, like, breathing material. I mean, not great with money from what I understand from the story, right? I think Gian here, if I'm not mistaken, is under some, he's got some tax things going on. They took half of his shirt, which is why only half of him is covered. He owed the other half of it to the IRS. So they have taken that, but hasn't gotten him down. He's still looking fly. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about his skills, how fun he is to play, and if you should pull him or not. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of his skills here. Now, as you can see, they are absolutely gorgeous looking, and he honestly is not too bad to play. I think he is a lot of fun. His movements are really solid. He's got some really cool looking stuff, and not overly complicated. And as you can see here, a lot of his stuff is going to be predicated on heavy attack and ult. So if you want, you can pause it at any point and read these skill descriptions because I'm going so fast through this. And let's go ahead and take a look. So, all right. As you can see, so easy to play that I'm absolutely not doing this well. But, yeah, amazing. His skills here are going to be absolutely great. And boom, look at that. Look at that cool aerial move. Again, there goes the spear. You know, they could have just made his spear perhaps just another weapon type in this game. But alas, he's got a cool broadsword that turns into a spear, and sometimes it just turns into a dragon, which honestly is one of the coolest parts there. He is arrow, so he is an arrow damage dealer, which is very nice. We do have a couple of those in the game right now, but I would say for my money, wow, look at this ultimate. Look at this ultimate. Holy Lord. And he is just absolutely taking people out with that ultimate. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, again, he's probably going to be the best arrow damage dealer that we have here, probably for a little bit, right? So I would say if you like him, if you like everything that's kind of going on here, is he a good pickup? Yeah, I would say so. I'd say you really can't do, anything wrong here as far as picking him up. Life's too short. You know what I mean? He's probably going to be good for, at least some time, right? At least a little while, I would say. DPSs usually don't last long in these games. I mean, let's see love from HSR, right? Honkai Star Rail. She was in the meta for a little bit, but, got replaced fairly quickly. But, this is a different type of game, right? It's more akin to Genshin. You've got your skill level that you're going to have with, my arthritic hands. I think he is, perfect for me because I am getting up there in age. So the thumbs don't tap as fast as they used to, right? And this is also a review of my thumbs, surprisingly enough. And I'll tell you this much: they're not doing great. They're not doing great. But you know who is great is this guy right here. He is absolutely fantastic. On a scale of what I would say is, 1 to 10. I mean, he's definitely Wuthering my waves. You know what I mean? Which is a solid, I think, 8. My waves are being Wuthered with him here, and I mean that it's a solid pickup, especially if you want to go. If you get lucky, right? Right now, I think is an interesting time. This will be dated poorly as the time goes on, because people will watch this review and go, what? But the re-rolling is actually pretty nice. You are getting a lot of premium currency. You are getting a lot of things right out the gate. So he might be in your re-rolls, and it might be pretty easy to pick up for you. But I would say he is a really, really solid pickup. Let's just talk a little bit about his stats, right? So let me go ahead and let's dive into kind of how you want to build him, and we'll go from there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at JIYAN's stats now. As you can see, I'm not very far in the game, and he is quite honestly, the way I have built him here is honestly horrific. And what you're really going to be looking for, it's not good, guys. It's really not good. And what you're really going to be looking for, right, is when you're looking for echoes, you're definitely going to be looking at, a crit rate. I would say crit rate is going to be huge on him. So you're going to be looking for that. You're also going to be really looking for energy regen as well, because getting that ultimate off, turning all his heavy attacks, or all his regular attacks into heavy attacks, is going to be absolutely huge for your damage. He really doesn't feel exactly fantastic if you're not an ultimate, right? If he's not swanging that dragon around, as the kids say. But if he's not doing that, I mean, he's still fun, obviously, right? I mean, just look at him. I mean, look at how much stuff is flowing off of him. I mean, that's, he's cool. Right now, not cool because he's got this gorge in front of him. But look at that. He just busted that out for no reason. The IRS could not take the spear from him. He said he hit it under the floorboards. He told them, look, it's not here. They said it's part of your assets. We need to find that. And he said, no, I don't know what you're talking about, which is why that spear is just like, something that disappears. He kept it, right? They took half his shirt, which was honestly just very rude. But either way, yeah, you're definitely going to want to go for that regen, I think, even early on. I still have a lot of farming to do. Am I doing these videos right now on the side room of our house while our kids are asleep? Yeah, I might be doing that, right? Is it, 2 a.m.? Yeah, it could be, right? So I'm definitely working on getting him built. Am I doing this off the cuff? 100%. But that's general consensus of him. I think he's actually absolutely so fun to play. I'm really glad I got him early. I think it's really important if you're playing a game like this that you get a good DPS in the beginning. You can either go for him or Count Charo, Count Chocula. I think both of those options are very, very good. The free selector, I'll kind of go over who I chose for the free selector here. Hint, it's not Encore. I genuinely did not want Encore, but that was, the first 5-star the game gave me, and then, no joke, right after that I was like, well, let me blast out these free currencies we got, and I pulled him and his weapon. So, pretty crazy, and, that's just the way life goes. Here, let me actually pull up his weapon here for him. It's actually, I think, one of the best broadswords you can get right now. The broadswords have a very, very not great variety, I think, as far as weapon types are going. But see here, increases the damage bonus of all resonance attributes by 12% every time intro skill or resonance liberation is cast. Increase heavy attack damage bonus by 24%, stacking up to 2 times. This effect lasts for 14 seconds. It's an absolutely banger weapon. And honestly, I think it goes well with him. Just kind of general rule of thumb, at least for me, right? Anytime that you get a DPS in one of these games, you're definitely going to want to catch either, if it's Honkai, you're going to want to get their light cone, or you're going to want to roll for their weapon. Because generally it's going to be, best in slot for them, right? But all that to say, again, should you pull for him? I know it's early, and there's a lot of talk and a lot of different videos about, well, watch out, DPSs do appreciate. And they do. They do, they don't appreciate well. You're going to lose eventually, and this is anything gacha related, right? Eventually, they are going to get power crept. That's just the nature of the game. Even the good supports that we have right now in this game, they're going to get power crept too eventually. So, should you pull for him? Yeah, I would say, he's definitely waltzing my waves right now. And I feel like having a very good DPS early in the game is really just going to, for me, ups the enjoyment of it going forward. Because if you're just playing a ton of supports, sometimes that could be not as fun. The supports are going to get outclassed too eventually, right? I mean, look at Bronya. We're a year into HSR, and, she's just now starting to fall off. But it happens. It's inevitable. So if you happen to get him, fantastic. You're not going to be upset with him. If you're going to go for him, I think obviously Yinlin coming up soon. It's going to be a very, very good option as well. But if you happen to get him, not the end of the world. Don't throw your phone in the sea. He's very, very good, and I think you're guys are gonna enjoy him. All right. Well, hey, thanks again so much for your time and checking out this not so helpful guide on Wuthering Waves. Definitely gonna be putting out some more videos here. I think the next one I'm gonna be doing is for Encore because there isn't just a ton of information about her out there, and she is a pretty interesting DPS as well, right? So, again, thanks guys. Take care.